Hey guys, this is part 4 of our series on Spring Boot project. In this video, let us deploy our Spring Boot application, that is our Spring Boot microservice in Docker. We have successfully completed the first 4 steps. In this video, let us use the Docker compose file to deploy our microservice in Docker. Let us jump into the application directly. For deploying our application in Docker, the first step that we need to do is we need to generate the jar file for the application. Next, create the Docker file in the root directory. This is going to have the details about the jar file and the port your application is getting exposed to. The third step is create a Docker compose file in the root directory of your application. This will have the details about all the services. If you are having multiple microservices, you will be having the details about all the microservices, in which port number it is running, what is the container name, what is the image name, and so on. And if one microservice is dependent on another microservice, we need to provide that details also. In our case, we are working with MongoDB. So we need to create a container for MongoDB that also should be listed as a service. The next thing that you need to notice is if the microservices want to communicate between each other, or if one microservice wants to communicate to a database, it means they all should be in a single network. So you need to provide the details about the network also in your Docker compose file. So let us start doing this step by step. Let me jump into the application. The first step is we need to generate the jar file. So select your application, right click, run as Maven build. Select the second Maven build, give the goal as package, apply, run. Let me maximize the console. Build success. The jar file is generated inside the target folder. Let me refresh the target folder. Right click, refresh, open it. This is the jar file name. The jar file name is too long, so let me rename it. Refactor, rename spring-product API.jar. Click OK. Now the next step is we need to create the Docker file in the root directory. So select your project directory, right click, new file. The file name is Dockerfile, D capital F lowercase without any extension. Click finish. In this case, you need to provide the image name, the port in which your application is getting exposed. Then you need to copy the jar file from the target folder to the Docker container. Then you need to specify the entry point for your application, meaning to say that how you will run this application. If I want to run this application from the console, I need to run the jar file. So we have to provide the command for that also. So let me add it from base image. Our application is dependent on Java, so we need to provide the base image of Java. You can go to the Docker Hub and select the appropriate version. If you don't know how to deploy a basic Spring Boot application in Docker, I have already given a video on that. You can just go and watch that and come to this application. In the next line, let me expose the port. We have not changed the port number, so let me give the port number as 8080. Then copy. Give control space. Notice copy expects source and destination. In source, you need to provide the place where your jar file is available, and destination you give the name of the jar file with which you want to run the application. The jar file is available inside target folder, target slash spring-product API.jar. So this is a jar file name. And for the destination, let me give the file name as spring-product rest.jar. If you want, you can give the same name. Just to differentiate and for understanding purpose, I have given a different name. In the next line, let us add entry point, within which you need to provide the executable. How you will run your Spring Boot application. We will be running this application as java-jar, the jar file name. So this time you need to provide this jar file name. Only for this purpose I have given a different name. If you want, you can provide the same name all over. But you should not get confused whether you are selecting this name or this name for running your application. Actually, we are selecting this name for running our application. So these details are enough to create a Docker image for our application. But our application is dependent on MongoDB database. So let us create a YAML file and provide the details relevant to that. So let us create a Docker compose file and provide the details relevant to that. So select your project directory, right click, new file. The file name is docker-compose, all in lowercase, .yaml. Here we are going to provide three things. One is version, then services, then network. The reason for using network is if your Spring microservice is a separate entity and if can run independently without a dependency on any other database or microservice, we don't need a network. But our Spring microservice depends on MongoDB. So these two should be available in the same network, only then they can communicate between each other. Let us start giving the values for each section. Version is 3.0. Under services, let us give a name for our Spring microservice or our Spring REST API. It is product-API colon. What should be the image name? Let us give the image name as Spring/product API colon version 1. We need to give the container name also, container_name colon space product-API. Whatever name you have given, this is the container name. Then ports. To expose the ports. If I want to test this application or if I want to call this application from an external microservice which is running locally in my machine, then I need to use the port number 8081. From within the Docker container, if any other microservice wants to access it, then we can have the port number as 8080. Next, we need to build this image, build colon. The Docker file is available in the root directory of this application. So you can give the current directory location as dot. Next, this product API depends on MongoDB. So I need to provide the name of the MongoDB container also. We have not created it. Once it is created, we will add it. So the next service that I want to add is MongoDB. You can give the name as MongoDB or any other name, but already if you notice in our application in src main resources in application.yaml, we chose to use the container name as MongoDB-con. So I will use the same name over here. MongoDB-con, enter, ports, enter. So in this case, I will give the port number as 27017 only. From an external application, if you want to communicate to this MongoDB database, you can use the port number 27017. Within the Docker environment, if one microservice wants to communicate to MongoDB, in that case also you can use the port number as 27017. For MongoDB also, let us give the image name, image mongo colon latest. This you can take it from the Docker Hub. Next, container name, container_name colon MongoDB-con. Then ports. Now both these services should be available in the same network. So let us create the network. It should be networks. Let us give the network name Spring_Mongo_network. And under links, let me give the name as MongoDB-con. And then both should be available in the same network. So let me add the next one as networks. The network name is Spring_Mongo_net. This should be in the form of an array. So you can just put it within square bracket. Or you add it to the next line. Both are fine. For MongoDB also, we need to add that. Be very careful with the indentation. So in this case, let me add this too. So we have completed creating the Docker compose file. The next step is we need to run this file. Before that, let me open my Docker desktop. This is my Docker desktop. I am not having any images as of now. With these details, let us run the Docker compose file. Now I need to open the command prompt from this particular project location because we are having the Docker compose file in the project root directory. Select pom.xml, right click properties, select the location. From here type cmd. Now from here, let us give the command docker compose up. I am keeping my fingers crossed. We have just added the code till now. Let us see whether the MongoDB image is getting downloaded from Docker Hub, and also let us check the image for our microservice is getting created or not. If you notice, both the MongoDB container and the product API container are created and running successfully. Let us check this from Docker desktop. This is my Mongo image. This is my Spring microservice image. Here also I have made a spelling mistake. That's okay, fine. Let us check the containers. So it has created a network. Inside the network, MongoDB container, product API. This is too cool. Both the containers are created and they are running successfully. In case of product API, we will test this particular microservice in Postman in the next video. Just for MongoDB, let us check whether we are able to open the Mongo shell. Let me go back to the command prompt. Let me open a new command prompt. Let us check it from here also. Docker images, Docker container PS. This will show the active containers. We have got both the containers which are up and running. I want to open the Mongo shell. So the command is docker exec -it interactive mode MongoDB con space Mongo sh Mongo shell. Now the Mongo shell is also opened successfully. That's too good. Let us use the command show databases. This is way too cool. Both our containers are up and running. It means the microservice is deployed successfully in Docker. In the next video, let us see how to test our application using Postman. Till then, stay tuned.